A little chimichurri is always nice, which is sort of just a parsley, olive oil dressing. I like cutting these directly in half so you really get to see the doneness, right? And of course, I mean, look at that, guys. Have a look at that tender, juicy. It's just so fantastic and so
these
flavorful.
Are so incredible. By the way, these are on single ship or auto ship. Also, you're getting a 20-pack.
Yep.
And they're all individually vacuum sealed, so you can just take 2 out at a time. You can take 1 or 2 out of a time. You can go ahead and feed an entire family, or you can say, you know what, this is just for me. This is just for me tonight. This is just a quick salad. You could slice them and put them on tacos. You could put them on greens. You could pick your favorite side. You're getting 20. You can get them delivered right now. That's what we call single ship. If you say yes to auto ship, you'll lock in this price and, of course, the free shipping and the great flex pay going forward. And you can have these in your household every single week. This is not like steak from the grocery store.
Absolutely. Well, this is what we're dealing with here. Like, I've just cut that into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little slices. Now, they're beautiful little 2-ounce fillets. You can go ahead and slice them and sort of treat them as the most tender little steak tips that the world's ever seen. I'm going to cut one more up. So, you know, you be the judge of how much you want to eat. I always say when you buy better quality, you need less. That's just the truth, right? And
more satisfying.
Absolutely it is. And the flavor is richer and it's just absolutely divine. Now, you can slice them like that. You can cut straight on through them like I did the last couple. Have a look, you guys. If I can just show you how tender and succulent that steak is. I mean, check that out. It is just absolutely divine, and every single mouthful. Here's one that I haven't got my hands all over, so go ahead and have a taste.
I'll dive right in. They look amazing. You know what I love is that you don't have to trim it when you get it home. Because the first thing I do with any piece of meat from any grocery store is like, oh, now I have to trim off the fat.
Right.
You already did that. They're already perfectly marbled. They're soft, they're tender. You don't even really need a knife.
I mean, that's the best part of all. Like, let me show you using a spoon.
Oh my gosh, that is so good.
Look at how I can literally go ahead and cut straight through that steak. This is using a spoon, you guys, right? Now, what I've done here is I've cut them. Watch what I'm doing. I'm just going to go ahead because bring me some cocktail sticks,
would you,
Keith?
and it doesn't even hardly need a sauce or a spice or a rub.
Absolutely.
Because they're so good the way they are.
You know how people will serve lamb lollipops as an appetizer? When you've got steak this fantastic, if you actually go ahead and put them here and put a cocktail stick in each one of those, I think they've lost the cocktail sticks, but we'll find them at some point. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, you could do a little kebab. You could bake them, you could fry them, you could grill it.
Absolutely you could. Now, don't forget, when these come off the grill, you're going to want to reach for your kinetic thermometer. You give it a real quick shake, just like this. And then you'll see it come to life. Pull that probe out, straight into the thickest part of the fillet. You're going to have a look at that temperature, right? And you're going to go for the doneness that you want. So that's up around 126, 127. That's a nice medium rare. How do I know that? Because I printed all the donenesses on the back so everyone can know them. And have a look at this.
It's a huge customer pick. By the way, we never have free shipping on like the kinetic thermometers. Those are going very quickly. If you want the carving board, I think we only have a couple hundred left, so many of the items in the shows today have been selling out. A lot of the free shipping, it will end at midnight. So it's the perfect time to jump in. And you know what's worse than cooking? It's grocery shopping. I love that these are delivered right to your door.
Get delivered to your door.
I mean, who wants to spend an hour running around the grocery store? You couldn't even find this quality of meat. Why is that?
Well, because, of course, a retailer, forgive me for saying it this way, they probably get away with whatever they can, right? So if you're not standing there asking them, is this grass-fed, is this grain, you know, they're just going to give you whatever. We're telling you this is grass-fed. We know exactly where it comes from. We're so proud of it. At Gwen, my little butcher shop, and if you want to show the video, you can. What we do is we go and we source from the very best from around the world. We love grass-fed meat. It has a real minerality. There's no added hormones. There's no antibiotics. It is just healthy, delicious meat that is so good for you and so good for your family, and the flavor of it is unbelievable.
Already so many awards with your Gwen Butcher Shop, with Maud, your restaurant. You have a catering company. I mean, people who know and love great food, they come to Curtis Stone. He's not going to put his name on it if it isn't the best of the best. And what's really nice is they're convenient. You can pull out just one. You can pull out two. You can make 3 or 4. They're also the perfect size.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Aren't they?
They sure are. I mean, look at this. I'll try and do this without getting my big old fingers all over everything. But look how tender that steak is when I literally just cut through it. And you can see just how juicy and succulent that filet mignon is as well, right? I'm going to come on over here. I'm going to cut myself another piece. You ready for this? You can just see it, just how succulent and juicy. And that's a filet mignon, you guys. So it is really just such a beautiful eating quality. You can see it glisten with that tenderness. Now, if I was to give you that big whole steak there, watch this. With a fork, I can literally cut. So you're talking the tenderest cut.
Barely touched it with my fork, it falls off.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, even just with your
so
fingers, it literally will just pull apart, and that just shows you how tender that is.
And then you're not chewing. No,
Now you're getting 20.
They melt in your mouth. They're so buttery. They're so tender. You get 20. Now, what would it cost to serve something like this in a nice, fine restaurant?
Look, there's so many ways to prepare this, right? You can either tap it out with a mallet and serve it as a steak sandwich.
Ooh, okay.
You could slice them and do it as a stir fry, or you could keep the integrity of the filet mignon and serve it just the way it is. See the little marbling? That's those little specks of white. That's intermuscular fat. That's what creates the richness. So we hand select this. Grass-fed isn't just one thing, right? We go into the farms, we work directly with the farmers, and then we bring you the best. Go read the reviews on all my steaks, whether it's the ribeyes, the fillets.
If you're trying to make your meat taste better with a lot of sauces or spices or salts or sugars or added fats, you're probably not picking the right meat. So this is going to be an amazing treat for you and your family. This is going to be a wonderful upgrade. If you're not sure what to serve, this would be delightful for the whole family, and you'd feel so proud to serve this in your home.
Well, this is the best. I mean, filet mignon, of course, is normally the most expensive, and you can see here how succulent and juicy that really is. And of course, with that succulence and the tenderness comes delicious flavor. I mean, look at that. Absolutely. You can just see it dripping.
And then you're satisfied with the perfect portion, right?
That's right. That's right.
You get the protein, you get the lean beef, you get the best beef your money can buy, and you're getting it from a butcher. This is how his career began. And do you call it the Barbie? You put
we throw it on the Barbie.
Meat on the Barbie.
We sure do. Well, I mean, look, here's the great thing.
That'd be good on the Barbie.
Whether you throw it on the grill, whether you're roasting it in the oven, you can see now, I know a lot of people, this one's rather rare, right? I know a lot of people like it a bit more well done. So let me show you that. Because I don't believe anybody should be segregated from it. I'll cut through this one. See how that's
it's lovely.
Grayer, but look, it's still juicy. You guys, it doesn't mean that it dries out. They're petite little fillets.
Amazing.
And when you eat them, they are
Single
fabulous.
ship, auto shipment, everything's on free shipping. Now, we always do the food on free shipping, but we don't always do all the pots and pans. We don't always do the incredible bakeware set, our best value of the day. I want to remind you about a couple of the items because even all the accessories are on free shipping today, too. So let us get those incredible beef filet medallions out to you. They're already huge customer picks. And what do we have left? A couple hundred. And it's less than $20 with free shipping. It has that nice little kind of drain channel all the way around the edge of the pan, and then when you flip it over, it's got the channel. So you can use these as cutting boards, you can use these as cooling racks, you can use these as a nice little kind of drainage for your clean pots and pans on the side of your kitchen. But don't miss out. Everything is going fast tonight, and we are gonna make sure that we get you ready for the holidays. We want you ready, and we want you to have all the best tools, because you don't have to be a great cook, but if you start with the best tools, you will certainly find such great results. All right, we're gonna dive into a great little item next, and it is, what are we doing next? The, I can't see the screens, we're so far away. The
it's a
thermometer.
Kinetic thermometer. Now, the great thing about this tool